So a couple of years ago, way back when I was still 14, perhaps 15 years old, around the time when I started high school, right? Back when I was just an insecure little kid, there was one thing in particular that I used to be so afraid of. You won't guess what it is. I'll tell you what, you will not guess what's the one thing that I used to be terrified to the brim. And it's fairly simple. I used to be very afraid of raising my hand up at school. See, back when I was in primary, even further back in the timeline, right, when I was an even smaller child, I remember every time that I would raise my hand, or anybody else would, that one math teacher who looked like a bowling ball would yell quite a bit. Right now, the younger you are and the younger you develop fears like this, the harder it gets to get rid of them later down the line, right? I didn't get yelled at that many times, but because I've seen other students get yelled at, that developed this fear, not really fear, but this reaction, this thought that if I raise my hand, there is a chance that I'll get yelled at because I said something that's supposedly stupid, right? And that stayed with me to this day. I managed to get rid of it to a massive extent, but every time I raise my hand, I still get the thought, well, what if? It's like I can push through it, but the thought is still there, right? But going back to the topic, right? Because we still need to discuss this. I remember when I started high school, right? Math classes got way more difficult, right? Suddenly we were doing some tasks that I've never even had at school, although we were supposed to have them, right? But we weren't actually catching up with the material that we were given at school, right? We're always supposed to be like 2 chapters ahead, where we're always 2 chapters behind, right? So it turns out when I went into high school, from primary to high school, right, I didn't understand anything. And if I had the confidence to raise my hand up and actually ask those questions, I would have been doing way better, right? But because I didn't, I put myself in this negative feedback loop that didn't have any benefit to my life, Thank goodness that I was going on extra math classes to my friend's older cousin, because she explained everything for me, right? She understood every concept of math. But honestly, if it wasn't for her, I would have probably been cooked, right? Wait, shit. Let my cat in the room. Do you really have to interrupt every single video? Get off me. This is a little troll, I won't lie to you. Back to the story, however, if I were to actually raise my hand at school, I would have actually gained much more value from the lessons, right? But because whilst the teacher at high school is way better, right? I mean, I'm at my last year of high school and we're still having the same teacher. She's good at explaining stuff. And she doesn't yell at students, right? She's very nice. But the mindset I had was still the same. And it took a lot of manual work for me to actually get rid of it, right? To this day, I don't raise my hand at school that often, but I don't have this restriction anymore, right? But the thing is, you aren't even aware of how often this actually carries on into your life. The amount of opportunities you are losing just because you are afraid to ask. It's insane, right? There is a million ways to make $1 million, and yet you don't see any. You don't see any because you are blinded by your mind's own beliefs. It's insane, right? You might think my cat. You might think that I'm just some dumb kid on the internet who's just trying to convince you stuff, but believe me, as I was able to change this mindset, to finally push outside of my bubble, push outside of my comfort zone, I started to realize just how big the world is and how many opportunities are out there. Once you actually have the confidence to do these things, I genuinely believe that cold approaching is a cheat code. When you are able to step outside of your bubble and ask for what you want, you are so far ahead of everybody. Everybody, because you're not the only one like this. Most people nowadays are terrified of speaking to people. You want to know what the number one fear in the entire world is? It's public speaking. It's stepping on stage and speaking to a crowd. This fear is bigger than death. Go research that shit right now. This fear is bigger than death. Quitting to exist is quote unquote less scary to the majority of people out there than stepping on a stage and speaking to 20 people. How crazy is that? Damn, I'm really I just thought of myself as like this wannabe Andrew Tate kid on the internet as I was like trying to tell you, oh, death staring. Damn. I hope people don't see me like that, but I don't care what people think about me anyways. But if you're able to remember one thing from this video, just please get rid of this mindset of being afraid to ask. The amount of opportunities you are losing, it's insane. Oh my gosh, what's going on in my setup? Bro, this video is so goofy, I won't even lie to you. But yeah, I really hope you found value in this one. And if you want to talk to me directly, whilst hanging around the absolute best community on the entire internet, can you not run around my fucking room? Bro, this is wild. This is so unprofessional. But yeah, if you want to talk to me directly whilst having the best community on the entire internet, you do not believe me? You genuinely dare to disagree? How about you actually go out of your way and find out? It's insane. The voice calls, the weekly calls are top tier. Genuinely, we have people busting out backflips on our weekly calls. This is routine stuff. This is routine stuff. This isn't anything new. It's mind blowing. I can't put it into words. You should genuinely just give us a shot. It's free anyways. It's Discord. But yeah, recently, I won't lie to you, I've been working a shit ton about something behind the scenes. And if you want to stay to this channel, if you want to be a part of this massive explosion that we're gonna experience soon, you better hop on the ride right now before it's too late. But yeah, I won't lie to you too long. Do all these things if you want to. You can click all the videos if you want to. I won't force you to do anything. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. So keep working, brother, and take care.